making a good individual effort, but there is no teamwork. He didn't quite know who to pass it to, so he played it himself. The Soviet player takes him into the corner, puts the stick on the ice, deflects it off into the crowd. There's Karmelov, who I have to feel is probably one of the top Soviet players.
From the face-off, Bergman couldn't keep the puck in and has to go back to get it at center ice. Park takes the pass, then back to Bergman at the blue line. Petrov watching him. They shoot it over the line into the corner for Sagankov. They jam into the corner. The Soviets recover. The quick move with Mishakov coming up with Petrov, who fired the shot high, hit the glass. Dryden played it over into the corner. And Canada come again on a four-man drive. Esposito at center is crowded a bit on the play. Mishakov covered. Then Gilbert tries to help out. Going into the corner, covered by Sagankov, and they hold it there for a face-off.
The Soviets have taken over control again. For about 3 or 4 minutes, Team Canada really picked it up. When they got that goal by Bobby Clark, it looked like they had the momentum to maybe get the goal to tie it up. The Soviets were running around a little bit. They had lost their confidence. They went back in the shell, but they picked up a couple of goals. They now know that they've got the game in good control, so they're not going to take any chances. I have to say, Foster, I am really impressed with the gutsy effort that Team Canada came up with there, because these men out there, they have to be tired. They're not in the top physical condition yet. We know that, and they'll play better hockey as this series progresses.
Berenson got the draw. Here's a shot right on. Tetriak made the save again on Peter Mahovlich. Soviets shoot it down the ice. Mishakov let it go. And now the Soviet team are at full strength again.
The big thing that Harry Sinden now has to be asking himself, because I'm sure everybody else in the world will be, did he pick the right 19 players? I can only say I believe he did pick the right 19 players for one reason. They showed the best in training camp. You have to go with them.
Lutsenko and Kuskin are now on the Soviet defense. Maltsev is going to center ice. Harlamov and Vikolov are the forwards as the puck is cleared out to center ice. Berenson for Canada with Redmond and Peter Mahovlich. They just drive it back into the Soviet zone. 2:59 left in the game, and the Soviets have a commanding lead, leading 6-3. Now Peter Mahovlich from the side, center back to Redmond. He went off his stick. He drives it away wide. It goes to the corner. Vikolov let Peter Mahovlich get it back to Bergman. A shot is wide. Redmond fired it right back, missed. Bergman having a try, shoots it into the corner. Kuskin shoots it back of the net. Redmond tried to center it out, hit Lutsenko's skate, and the Soviet come right back with Harlamov coming up over the Canadian line. Still has it. Finally lost it when Redmond came racing out and then was knocked over. Soviet coming up with 2:12 left in the game. Harlamov was stopped by Redmond, going down with Bergman on the right side. He played it off the boards to Redmond. He fired it in front, and the puck is shot down the ice. 1:56 left in the game. Soviets leading 6-3 in a tremendous hockey game here, the first of a series that promises to be sensational. Now Lapointe goes up, getting in close, right in. And again, that Tretiak was steady and covered the angle. Down the left side for Zeman. Zeman, number 11, gets it back to Yakushev, who's knocked down. Puck is on the boards with Henderson losing it to Shadron. A roller right in front. They score! Yakushev cutting right in front to make it 7-3. Yakushev.
This is absolutely a beautiful goal, because is there ever a lot of beautiful work along the boards? Look at the stick work here. He makes two beautiful moves. Yakushev holds him on the post, goes with a big backhand. Yakushev is 6'1", and looks like Frank Mahovlich scoring that goal. But what he tried to do, which he did so beautifully, is hold Dryden on the post with your forehand. Then he brings the big sweep. He moves the puck about 12 feet and throws it in the far side, and the goalie doesn't have a chance.
Well, the Soviet is certainly making a runaway of it now after Canada had really threatened in the earlier part of the period. Now another return rush by Shadron. A long shot. And Dryden stopped that and played it to one side of the net. 7-3 for the Soviet. Here they're coming in again, another shot. And they're really flying high. Mikhailov had the try that time. Number 13. So he's not superstitious. Polediev rolled the puck into the Canadian zone. Lapointe lost it. Yakushev gets another try. And Dryden to stop the first. It's still there. Finally, they shoot it to the wing as the Soviets pour it on. Here again, Mikhailov getting it back to Polediev. A mix-up with Lapointe to one side of the net, a bumping duel. Here's a bouncing puck in front. It's knocked off to the corner. There's going to be a penalty. Lapointe mixing it up with Lechenko and Mikhailov.
There's an example there of total frustration by Team Canada. I don't honestly believe that anybody is intentionally trying to hurt each other, but there was a lot of sticks up around the head there. There was a lot of vicious checks there by Guy Lapointe. Phil Esposito came across and hit Petrov on the head. But that's total frustration, Foster, and that happens in hockey. Team Canada right now, they've given it their best, and they aren't good enough tonight to beat the Soviets. It's as simple as that.
7-3 for the Soviets, and Lapointe is in the penalty box. Cross-checking penalty. Only 19 seconds remaining in the game, and so it's just a formality.
In any other hockey game, you would have seen a big fight there. The tolerance level by the Soviets is unbelievable. They're disciplined, totally disciplined athletes. They're told not to fight, and they will take anything. But they'll also score a lot of goals against you.
Well, they've shown that tonight. Petrov slid one wide of the goal. Ori from the corner shoots it down the ice. Guskin let it go. Gusev goes back to recover. Gusev fed a forward pass at center ice. Blinov comes over onto the left wing, coming up at center ice, and the game is over. And the USSR have defeated Canada in the first game of an 8-game series by a score of 7-3. The Soviets 7, Canada 3. The final score, the Soviets 7 and Canada 3. This is Game 1 from Montreal.